By definition, UFOs are just unidentified things in the sky, not necessarily alien aircraft.
But one Las Vegas man has captured a curious array of photos and videos of weird stuff he's seen flying over his house. He shared his material with the I-Team's George Knapp.
The first thing I started seeing were odd-shaped balls that would change color and just dart across the sky. I mean, at phenomenal speeds.
Ever wanted to see an honest-to-goodness UFO? This Las Vegas man sees them all the time. He worries about being labeled a UFO wacko, so we agreed to hide his identity. Call him Bob.
I started seeing them at night, and okay, they're balls of light, and they're not aircraft, they're just...
Bob lives in a central Las Vegas neighborhood and for the past 2 years has been seeing and photographing weird objects in the skies over his home. He started with still photos, then switched to video to record the movements of things like this opaque pretzel-shaped whatever.
They started making aerial maneuvers that in dead stop and then start up again, like they're searching for it. It was like searching for ants.
The objects appear at different times at different points. Few of Bob's neighbors seem to notice the aerial ballet above their rooftops. Bob says he has an extra advantage, 20/10 vision, which allows him to spot things in the sky that others might overlook. Hard to believe that no one else noticed this tandem of dark spheres that danced around on a recent afternoon. What the heck are those anyway? This one looks like a big plastic bag caught in the wind, but it stayed up there, way up there, for an hour. This one looks like a satellite, but it sat there for 4 hours. Satellites move.
UFOs are definitely real. What they are, that's in question.
Colonel John Alexander, a retired Army intelligence officer who has a skeptical interest in UFOs, watched Bob's footage.
Seems to me it looks a lot like the one that they shot down in New Zealand.
But he isn't sure what he was seeing. He doubts they're anything from, say, Area 51.
It's quite possible that things might fly in this area. However, they would not be the extremely sensitive kinds of things. You don't test the super sensitive advanced technology where it's going to be readily available to major metropolitan areas. That is what they do out in the desert a long ways away.
This is the shape of it, actually.
This is a computer-enhanced freeze frame of an odd object. On video, the three-orbed thingamajig looks a lot like balloons tied together, but these orbs seem to be tumbling over each other in flight, and the object has a twin. If they're moving with the wind, why did they move in different directions?
You can't have two craft, with wind draft patterns coming down and then almost colliding, and then one doing a maneuver bending over it. And actually, when you slow it down, you see it bends. It bends over. It's like they're interacting. This one's kind of stationary. This one's just jamming up now. I mean, look at the separation.
Within seconds, the two objects put a huge distance between themselves. Maybe they're balloons, maybe not. This one was frozen in the sky for a while, then zipped away behind the clouds. Very unballoon-like behavior. Bob is convinced there's a lot of stuff in the sky that we can't recognize, but we can see them if we try.
Could it be a matter as simple as you got to go outside and look?
Yes.
Because they're up there.
They're up there.
George Knapp, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
The National Weather Service launched 2 weather balloons each day over the Las Vegas Valley, but we aren't sure if that's what some of these things are. We have sent the footage to an optical physicist for analysis.